Hello, in this video we will learn more about relative velocity and about projectile motion. So let's start with relative velocity by using vector algebra. When the velocity of an object is measured with respect to an object which is at rest or in motion, the velocity measured is known as relative velocity, Now consider two objects A and B moving with velocities VA and VB respectively. To find the relative velocity of the object, say A, with respect to object B, the velocity minus VB is superimposed on the object B so as to bring it to rest as shown in the diagram. The resultant of VA and minus VB gives the relative velocity VAB of the object A with respect to the object B as shown, or you can say mathematically VAB is equals to VA minus VB. The magnitude and direction of relative velocity in terms of magnitudes and angle between them. As clear in the figure, OA represents VA. So, VAB will be from O to R, and the magnitude of VAB will be equals to VA square plus VB square plus twice of VAVB into cos of 180 minus theta, or you can say simply VA square plus VB square minus twice of VAVB cos theta, and the direction of relative velocity vector will be given by angle alpha. So the tangent alpha is equals to B sin theta over A minus B cos theta. If the two objects are moving along the same straight line, then it will be simply VA minus VB, because at that time the angle between A and B will be 0, and if they are moving in opposite direction, then VAB will be equals to VA plus VB. Projectile is the name given to any body which, once thrown into space with some initial velocity, moves thereafter under the influence of gravity alone, without being propelled by any engine or fuel. And the path followed by the projectile is called its trajectory. Examples of projectile motion are a javelin thrown by an athlete, a bullet fired from a rifle, a stone thrown horizontally from the top of the building, Principle of physical independence of motion is, in the absence of air resistance, the motion of the projectile is considered as the combination of the following two independent motions: motion along horizontal direction with uniform velocity, and motion along vertical direction under gravity, that means with uniform acceleration equal to g. The two motions of a projectile along horizontal and vertical directions are independent of each other, and this is called principle of physical independence of motions. While studying the motion of a projectile, we use following assumptions. There is no air resistance on the projectile. The effect due to curvature of Earth is negligible. The effect due to rotation of Earth is negligible. And for all points of the trajectory, the acceleration due to gravity is constant both in magnitude and direction. Now, we have to derive expression for the trajectory followed by the projectile, times of flight, horizontal range, and velocity at any instant. For that, consider a projectile which is launched with velocity v0 and that makes an angle theta naught with the x-axis. The velocity v0 has two components, the horizontal component v0 cos theta, which remains constant throughout the motion, and the vertical component v0 sin theta, which changes with time under the effect of gravity. This component first decreases, becomes zero at the highest point, and after which it again increases till the projectile hits the ground. Under the combined effect of the above two components, the body follows the parabolic path as shown in the figure. Now, acceleration acting on the projectile is due to gravity and which is directed vertically downward. So you can say that A vector is equals to minus G into J cap. Ax is 0 and Ay is minus G. So the components we have already discussed. Along x-axis it will be v0 cos theta naught and along y-axis it will be v0 sin theta naught. If initial position is taken as the origin, then x0 and y0 are 0, and by putting it in the second equation of motion s is equals to ut plus half at square, you got the values x and y in terms of v0 x into t and v0 sin theta naught t minus half gt square, because in vertical case we have to consider the acceleration due to gravity. So the components of the velocity along x-axis it will be simply v0 cos theta naught and along y-axis it will be v0 sin theta naught minus gt. Now you have to note that the main point horizontal component of velocity remains constant throughout the motion, but the vertical component reduces to 0 at the peak and again increases in the opposite direction as shown. And the magnitude of velocity of the projectile at any instant will be the v0 square theta naught plus v0 sin theta naught minus gt whole square under the root by using the parallelogram law of vector addition formula. And the direction of velocity of projectile at that instant t is given by tangent beta v0 sin theta naught minus gt upon v0 cos theta naught. So by using these equations you can find out the velocity at any instant by putting the values of v at different times. Now let's derive the equation of path of the projectile followed. As you have seen in the diagram that the path followed is parabolic, now let's derive its mathematical equation. From x is equals to v0 xt, and by putting the value of v0 x, you got v0 cos theta naught into t, and we get t is equals to x upon v0 cos theta naught. Similarly, by using second equation of motion, you can find out the value of y, and that comes out to be v0 sin theta naught into x upon v0 cos theta naught minus half g into x upon v0 cos theta naught square. So by simplifying, means by putting the value of t from the above equation in this, what you got tangent theta into x minus g upon 2 v0 cos theta naught square into x square. Now it is the equation in the form of ax minus bx square. So it is the equation of a parabola, and hence you can say that the path followed by the projectile is a parabola. We will continue this topic in the next video. Thank you.